Rimuru the Yellow Primordial? By Raphael-sensei Chapter 2. Meeting the Strongest. Third-person POV in the distance place of the underworld. There was a person busy killing demons. It has an appearance of a handsome man that has a crimson eyes as well as hair that runs through his waist. Wearing a black pants and bloody red garment over his waist as a belt, as well as draped clothes over himself, revealing a lot of skin. This man gives an aura of a prideful and arrogant leader that conquers everything he passes through. It is none other than the reigning king of the underworld and of the oldest of them all, the Red Primordial Rouge. He brings his arm upward as he clutches his fist ready to throw hand to a random demon, when suddenly, a peculiar black beam of light made contact to his fist causing to fell to the ground. This causes Rouge in a state of shock, because other than Noir, there is no demon that can goes toe-to-toe with him let alone damage him. But instead of feeling fear, he felt somewhat excited. Looking to his handless arm, he chuckled as he instantly regrow it as if it was nothing happened. Fascinating, another individual that capable of damaging me, he said heatedly as he placed his hand to his chest and clenched it. This feeling, I didn't feel this before even fighting with Noir, he said as he looked at the crimson sky. I will wait till our path meet, I'm sure. Our battle will be legendary. John Pov. It's been millennia since I was reborn as John, and to say the least, I didn't get bored. Well, sometimes I was. Let's just say that I enjoyed tormenting those pathetic creatures when I was bored. Tearing them apart, nuking them, etc. Men being a demon really changed my personality drastically. Imagine enjoying the cries of your prey while begging from their life just to be killed afterwards. But compared to Violet, my method of torture, playing are nothing but a child's play. If I was the old me, I can't help but to feel sympathy to those demons, but, well, bad news for them. I'm not the merciful and pacifist slime anymore. But now I'm bored. I wanted some action, some real fight at that. Let's see, Violet would just run if she felt losing, she's a no-go. Blanc also said that it's a hassle, she's also a no-go. Blue and Vert declined to my invite saying, you're not worthy of our time. Thinking about that makes me feel irritated. What did they mean I'm not worthy of their time? How dare they to say that to me? Sigh, well, that can be helped now, right? Back to the topic. Let's see. Right, I almost forgot about Noir. Nah, he's a pain in the ass and asshole to say the least, he's also a no-go. My, you look so frustrated there, John, said the beautiful woman that sits like a queen in her luxurious chair. She has a white hair that gives a silver radiance, as well as crimson eyes that resembles the atmosphere of the underworld, dressed up in white dress that has a tint of red linings as if it gives her an aura of elegance and authority of a queen. It was Blanc, the primordial white. Nothing, I'm just bored, I answered while lazing around her couch and eating some food. Yeah, I forget to mention that I'm in her domain right now, in her beautiful garden to be exact. When the first time I went to this place, I got mesmerized from its beauty. I can't believe such a beautiful place can exist in this chaotic place. It was a garden that blooms colorful flowers. Butterflies roaming around in every corner of the garden, not to mention the scenery of the blue sky gives a perfect ambiance for this place. Blanc's domain is truly a paradise in hell. Hey Blanc. Yes, what is that? Let's fight. She just chuckled as she takes a sip of her tea before saying. You asked this same question a million times now and I will answer it again, no. Wow, you really did count it, huh? She just chuckled and continues sipping tea. Well, I already figured that she will decline it again. But why did I ask her if I already know the answer you ask? Well, I don't know either. Mannerism, I think. Still though, why she's always declining my challenge? Answer. She just don't want to hurt her pride when she got defeated by Master. Yeah, sure. That's your last joke, Seal. Master, that's not a joke, I'm just stating facts. But if you don't want to believe it, then go on. HMPH. Seal said, somewhat upset. Yeah, that's right, I remember now. According to Guy, Testarossa is the most prideful primordial amongst all of them. So that's why Seal is upset, huh? 'Cause she's right. She's always right, why did I doubt her then? Sigh, sorry Seal. HMPH. Welp. She's really upset. Guess I have to treat her when we went to the material world. I stand up from the sofa as I ready myself to depart. Oh, you're leaving already? Yeep, I already get relaxed. Guess it's time for me to take my leave. I answered her while doing some stretching. Oh yeah, by the way, I said. What is that? Thanks for the food, that was awesome, I said to her with a genuine smile, and she just gives a chuckle before saying. Is that so? Cuckoo. Well, feel free to visit again, you're always welcome here. I will, I said, and teleport outside of her garden. Blanc Pav, she's really an odd demon. When I first met her, I felt discomfort by her overwhelming aura. I thought she would attack me, but no, she didn't. Instead keeps on insisting me to let her enter my garden. So I did what she asked, and her reaction when she saw my garden was priceless. She's like a child that first time to go outside and saw the shade of the sun. From that onward she keeps on returning to my place from time to time. Well, it's just okay for me. Because she's behaving properly when she's here. It's very opposite to the new that I've heard about her to my underlings, that she has a destructive nature and enjoy nuking like a madman. Well, as long as she doesn't harm this wonderful place of mine, she's always welcome here to return. I'm also glad that she liked the demon rat that I've prepared for her. Third person Pav in the domain of Rouge, there was a two-woman that can simply describe as beauty. They were the youngest amongst all the primordials. It was the green and blue primordials, vert and blue. It is really odd that this two primordials are in Rouge domain. In normal circumstances, this two are in their corresponding domain doing what they deemed necessary, or sometimes they engaged in a friendly spar. But this time is different. Because they plan to overthrow Rouge on his throne as the strongest by defeating him. So that's why they come to the conclusion to have an alliance for them to have a high chance of winning. They planned it for almost a century, and now is the time to carry out their plan. Hey Blue, don't rush, said Vert to her partners in crime, but Blue just rolled her eyes before answering out of annoyance. You don't have to remind me, I'm not dumb, just making sure, Vert replied, and Blue just looked at her annoyingly. Okay, in the count of 3. Vert commanded, but before she could even start in counting, Blue immediately jumped to Rouge's castle with a style. Vert couldn't help but to facepalm herself because of her partner's action. That bastard, she said, and quickly followed Blue. Instead, the castle is the reigning strongest in Demon Realm. He is sitting in his throne as if he was a king. When suddenly a large explosion occurs to the wall of his castle, rendering it to be shattered into pieces, and two primordials emerge from the smoke. This is the last day that you will see the sun raises, as I'm here to kick your ass, Blue said in her prideful yet childish demeanor. Even Vert couldn't help but to sign in disbelief by her partner's attitude. Really now, kick your ass? You could just pick a proper words other than that, Vert said to Blue nonchalantly, as this causes Blue to get irritated. Shut your mouth up, mosshead. Blue continues ranting to Vert, completely ignoring that they are in the presence of Rouge, and this causes him to get angry. You dared to trespass to my castle, and now you have the audacity to ignore me. Do you a death wish? Shouted Rouge to the two. Blue also replied to him, shouting that added fuel to already his burning head. Shut the FVCKED up. Can't you see that I'm talking, right? You are a retard, or you're just a complete idiot. The hell you just said? In the distance place not far from Rouge's castle, John can be seen casually walking while talking to Hermanas. What? So you saying that I've been eating those disgusting rats those whole time? She complained. Yes, and Master seems enjoying her food at that time. Even so, you could just said to me that the content of it nearly killed me, you know. Nonsense. It is not harmful to the Master. Seriously, even though I'm a demon still, it's freaking disgusting. Who the hell would eat a fucking rat? When suddenly, John detected the presence of 3 primordials approaching her. She quickly activates her universal perception to saw them. It was Vert and Blue, running from the wrath of Rouge. Vert's face was full of blood, and she's also missing her left arm. Blue, on the other hand, was in lethal condition because not only her arm are cut, her whole torso are complete obliterated, resembling the Apple logo. Why can just they regrow their limbs? Answer: it is because their magical capacity has totally depleted. Oh. Rouge had enough of their running. He then used his innate skill, material creation, to make a chain using magicules. He then attached it in the pommel of his sword. He swings it in the air to generate momentum, then throw in the direction of Vert, traveling in speed that reached supersonic. Vert, without her magicules, got hit by the back as the sword traveled further, making way through her chest. Rouge then pulled up the chain as if he had catch a big fish, hooking Vert in the direction Rouge, creating a massive explosion of nuclear magic that leads in Vert's demise. Hee that reminds me that one since from SpongeBob, John said while spectating nearby. Blue, seeing the death of her friend, feels a shiver run down in her spine as they underestimated the strength of their opponent. Suddenly, Blue sees an opportunity to survive when she saw the presence of John, as she quickly hides in her back. "Hey, what gives?" shouted John in disbelief. "Can't you see that I'm in danger? Just hide me, okay?" answered Blue while hiding in her skirt. "That's not even my problem, and you have the audacity to hide in my skirt." Suddenly, the ground trembled as a person descended from above. It was Rouge, the strongest amongst all the Primordials. "If I wear you, I already give that Blue BTCH to me, hand her to me or else," Rouge shouted to John. This attitude of him made John to felt more irritated. "Who gives you the audacity to order me around? You'll regret this," he said as he attacked John using his sword in fast pace, but John just quickly blocked it using hand that imbued with aura. Rouge then quickly jumped to make a distance between when. John then let out a smirk and said, "So you want to fight? Does the battle between the strongest primordial in history versus the strongest primordial of today has begun. To be continued."